That's awesome. I love it.
Rob, the next time you send me shit like that, I'm not showing it. No, I love the song. I just like the beat. I like the synthesizing.
I was going like this the whole time. I was
like I was ready. Like, kind of makes that's the kind of shit I want to kill zombies to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the kind of music I
those
want to kill
kicks were
zombies.
something else.
I was picturing Julie Strain like kick a bunch of zombies' asses in a B movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Julie.
That one was a lot
buddy?
more work than what I usually put into them because of the putting the other sounds in from the movies and stuff. And,
I know
doing
that.
a second track and the.
That was really great, Rob.
But then there was some really cool surprises too, like when the the kangaroo jumps up into Matt's arms. And I was like, I didn't tell him to do that. You were supposed to have a koala on your back.
Koala.
Hey, Higgy, I sent you in the group text there. I sent you a link if you want to jump on for a little bit earlier. Jackson Roy Kirk is here.
Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh.
I am
Never meant to make your mama cry.
God, that was real. No, seriously, that was awesome. You know, the thing is, though, it's the Indiana Jones thing was awesome, but I realized how much I look like Shia LaBeouf in it. And I thought,
he's kind of crazy, but he was a good actor when he wasn't crazy.
Oh, I thought he was great. What was I watching today? I was watching Legion of Comics this morning, and they brought up Shia LaBeouf playing Wolverine.
Yeah,
I could see that. I mean, if he goes,
that would work.
I think that would work. All right, Higgy.
He might have to put on some muscle.
Yeah, he's kind of a scrawny little feller.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Rob, how you doing? Good?
Good. Had a good week.
I'm
My
good.
sister's still visiting. She leaves tomorrow, but
Oh, nice.
just a heads up to anybody looking for an auction tomorrow. I won't be having them this weekend either.
Oh.
I got to finish working on my pool, so we got it
know,
drained.
last Saturday when there was no auction, it was like that. What was it? Family Guy, when the computer or the internet went out.
Yeah.
And everybody started reading books. What was it? And it was just like, that's what I felt. It's like, what do we do now? There's no auction.
I know, right? What do I do on a Saturday afternoon like this?
What do I do? Quentin, how you doing? Anything exciting going on?
You know, just getting by, living another week. Making this internet thing work. And I don't know, paying bills. You know, so
yay!
You can afford to
had to put a battery in my truck.
Ugh. What that run you? $300? $400?
Well, actually, I did it myself. It was $200 for the battery, but it's funny because the one they sold me has the wrong cold cranking amps.
Oh,
so now I got to take it back out and take it back.
Yeah,
nice.
So. Because I didn't put down that it uses like left-hand blinker fluid. You know, it's like what year, what trim level, is it 4-wheel drive? Yeah,
that's great. Left-hand blinker fluid.
That reminds me of new people starting work at the theater. We would always send them on a quest for something like, we need the left-handed wrench.
We should send my cousin.
I think it's upstairs. Go ask the projectionist for the.
Have you ever took somebody snipe hunting?
No. I've wanted
to catch some snipe. You know, we did it to my cousins. They were from the city.
Country thing.
Yeah.
Snipes.
We said, watch out. These guys are crazy. They will kill you. So you got to be careful. We didn't leave them there.
Kevin, how was your week, man? Fun?
Good.
Nice.
I've done basically nothing. So.
Good. Why not?
That sounds
that's my jam. Doing nothing's my jam.
Work in the garden.
That's a good jam, you know. Matt, how you been doing, man?
I'm all right. I can't complain about much, I guess.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. That works.
I could complain about drivers, especially. I swear, nobody in this town can drive.
That's
Everybody
every
can
town.
drive anywhere.
I think we have a lot of retired people here, but it's almost like the whole town's a freaking retirement community, and they all drive like 10 miles below the speed limit and walk about the speed of a cow in a freaking cattle chute trying to get through Walmart. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh,
I try to go to
You know,
Walmart at 6 in the morning so I can avoid that crap.
oh, it doesn't even work up there.
I actually just last week I signed up for Walmart's delivery service because it's just a few miles up the road, and with it was just such a hassle anymore going to Walmart. It's just crazy.
Yeah. And then when you get there, see, that's a get off my yard moments, you know.
Yeah, I mean, basically, but you get people in there who I swear they purposely park their cart in the middle of the aisle at an angle so that nobody can get past them either way, and then we'll stand there pretending that they're completely oblivious to everyone else trying to use the aisle.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind that anybody does that. That they're, I mean,
that's how they drive here in my town.
Most people, they go out of their way to park it to the side so that you're not blocking anybody.
One side or the other.
People just stop their car in the middle of the road, put the blinkers on, and go walk up to their buddy's house. It's like, really, dude, you're just going to leave your car in the middle of the street.
Yeah, cool.
Major thoroughfare.
Yeah, no, that's.
Well, that's why we have fare lanes, because otherwise that's what they would do in front of all the stores.
Oh, they do it. They don't care about fire lanes. You pull up at the Walmart, there's 5 cars parked right in front of the store.
Right. Our friend Paul, who's a YouTuber, he was going to In-N-Out Burger today in San Diego, and he sent us a picture of them sitting in line in the big line for it. I'm like, what is Led Zeppelin get back together or something? I'm like, I'm not. I mean, I know it's a good hamburger, but I'm not waiting in a line like that. I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, I won't.
I have a
There's
problem.
more than
Tornado watch in effect for right now. It's supposed to be like the storm of the century coming through for the West Coast. So if it goes out, just say a few Hail Marys for me or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, it's a me world.
It is. It's like at my work, we're making some food there, and we're really busy, and there's always going to be that one guy that's just staring. He's just like this. He's like this. Just staring at us. Finally, I looked at him and I said, I go, man, I really apologize. We're really busy, but you staring at us isn't going to get your food out here faster.
Yeah.
He didn't even smile. And I said, that was a joke. And he didn't even think it was funny. So that's your problem,
the main
bro.
character.
Right.
Everybody thinks they're the main character in life. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's right.
Another problem to me is when you go to a gas station to get gas or something, or buy some cigarettes or whatever if you smoke or whatever, and they're up there buying like 50 scratch-off tickets and a bunch of like Powerball tickets.
Right.
I'll take 2 of those, 3 of those. I'm like, I'm thinking about putting them in the trunk and driving them to the lake. Right.
Yeah, no, it's really. But all of a sudden they're turning them in, and they got about 100 of them.
Right.
Yeah,
and the attendant is like putting them through the machine one at a time, and you're like, oh man, I just want a Diet Mountain Dew.
Or one of them people that's buying like 100 of them for the office pool. They got the sheet with all the freaking things, and then this card didn't work. I gotta fix that one.
Get off my yard. Get out of my lawn. Whatever. Should be a new segment. Okay. We are going. What was this? What am I doing?
Directing airplanes, it looks like.
They might need you at what is that, New York Airport?
Newark.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
said,
they
I,
made
there was
me-
a,
Two
the
air
guy
traffic
said
controllers.
that said, do not go to the Newark airport. I heard them say that the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Go at your
everything's
own risk.
falling apart.
Hmm.
Yeah, they kept losing their power and their screens and
Yeah.
okay, so tonight we're gonna be doing some 80s stuff. Show some 80s books. We'll talk about some 80s movies. We'll talk about some records or tapes,
Mhm.
80s style, right? Okay. And Mr. Cheap Comic Collector, we're going to start with you.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I got some 80s stuff in this week. One of the boxes I got in this week had these in there.
What?
This is from the Topps 1989 set.
Oh,
I guess it's for Batman Returns, probably.
oh.
Unfortunately, there was just a couple cards. It's not like it's the whole set or anything. But and then there's one for Jaws 2 as well.
Spotting the monster shark.
So those are kind of cool. I don't really collect cards, but there's always fun when somebody throws them in.
Wasn't today the 50th anniversary of Jaws?
Yeah, this summer it is. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We just reviewed it Thursday.
And then I got some magazines in today, so show some of those. I got Mad. Well, this one's actually from 1979, but I pulled it because I was going to ask Joe if he had the Mad magazine board game.
No.
And he says no. So, but that's a fun game. I used to play that at my sister's house when I was a kid with my nephews and stuff, and they just loved it. I mean, apparently it came out much earlier than when we played it, and I did not know that, but it's cool. I got an issue of Cracked from 1982. And on the back, you have the Maharaja Mahatma introduces the first traffic horn.
Oh, nice.
And basically, you just stab that guy in the buttocks, apparently, and he screams. Here is Mad from 1980, number 218.
Sweet.
Got some Don Martin on the back. And I don't know if Shannon was showing it on this show or if it was a different show, like his own show, but I know he was showing some Comics Collector magazines. I got one of those from 1985.
Oh, nice.
I mean, here's another Mad. This one's from 1983. 1987.
Oh my God, those guys smoke so much pot.
1987.
Whoa.
Surely not. They wouldn't smoke pot at Mad Magazine. What are you talking about?
1988. With some baseball cards on the back.
Is that a cat? Is that a kitten in the front?
Is it a kitty?
Is that a kitten that he's throwing? That he's getting thrown a kitten? What is
That's
that?
a pie.
Oh, it's a pie. My God, from back here, I thought it was a kitten, and I'm like, that's genius.
I know where your mind's going, dude.
But
Yeah, hit a cat with a bat.
Damn. Freaking me out, man.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
on the back, you got Jimmy Swaggart playing for the Louisiana Sinners. Cher playing for the Beverly Hills Tattoos. Mike Dukakis for the New England Boars.
Sorry I laughed so hard, but that was funny.
Oprah Winfrey for the Chicago Snackers.
Whoa.
Chicago Snackers. That's when she was a little
General
bit
Noriega for the Panamanian Pushers.
Who's the guy with the prison uniform on?
That is Ivan Bolsky
Oh,
for the New York Tipsters. I don't know who that is. So.
I have no idea.
And then you got George Bush for the Washington Wimps down there.
Oh,
And Austrian Goose Steppers with Kurt Waldheim. I don't know who that is either.
Probably some kind of a snazzy.
And you got 1989. This obviously some kind of political rally going on.
what?
Oh,
the hell?
Lord.
1988.
He's getting ready
And a
to
few of
vote
these
for Lord.
like have stickers and stuff in them that are still in there. Some of the ones that I got in. But then I also got Savage Sword of Conan's. Number 76.
Nice.
Number 78.
Whoa. Whoa.
And 130. And I had a few from before the 80s and a few from after the 80s, but I'll just show the ones from the 80s. And we're late enough I can show this, right? That's okay.
Yeah, that's fun.
140. $146. 147. 150.
Is Will here? He's awful quiet if he's here.
I think Joe said he was going to be late.
I
Oh,
thought he said he was gonna be late.
159. 160.
cool. I love those Savage Sword of Conan.
161. Another 161. 162. 165. 166. 167. Back cover is actually cooler.
Oh yeah.
And last one, 168. And that's it.
Noise.
Fun stuff.
It is. I love that stuff. All right, Quentin.
Okay, well, I'll just start with stuff that I got this week. Adventure Comics, 480, like 1981. Dial
Love
H.
Dial H.
And I showed this stuff, some of it last night, but then some G.I. Joe. I got like everything else in my big pile of messed up stuff here. I got to get my G.I. Joes in order so I know which ones I need, which there can't be a heck of a lot. And I bought these for somebody else, but I'm quickly reconsidering pursuing it for them. But this is Archie Romance Series, Katie Keene Special. And I have 2 and 3. And I thought maybe it was like a 4 or 5 issue thing. No, 33 issues. I'm probably not gonna put that much time into finding those. From 1980.
Wendigo.
One of the reasons why I chose this is because the 1980s, as far as comic books for me, I'm about to throw out just a ton of X-Men at you because that's what the 1980s were to me.
Yes.
It was when when I found the X-Men. Now, this is the first appearance of Nimrod, but I didn't buy it for that. The villain in it is Kulan Gath, who was a Conan villain. And they brought him into modern times. And we have little Rogue and Wolverine action.
Nice.
There, where Rogue joins the X-Men.
Nice.
And so I think I've said this before, but we weren't allowed to collect the same things. That way we didn't fight over them, which actually made things worse. So me and my cousins, they collected certain things and I collected certain things. This is my Wolverine #1. Now I have an ungraded, a raw set.
Wow.
And I told the story last night. The raw set, I bought it they have like a annual yard sale flea market thing on a military base that we were at. And this lady caught her husband cheating, so she sold all his comic books while he was gone.
Oh, what an idiot.
And I bought them.
Yes. Yes. That's great.
It's one man's fortune.
It was one of those situations where she was really happy to share the situation. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm just glad that he wasn't happy at home.
Oh God, that is the best, man. That is so awesome.
Moral of the story: don't get caught cheating.
No, especially if you have
Don't be cheating. There you go.
And just don't cheat.
There you go. Simple.
Other than that, as I said last night, we'll return to the 80s with some G.I. Joe action figures.
Oh yes.
And this one, I tried to play it last night. It doesn't pick up on the microphone very well, but all the sounds really work with this. I just changed the batteries on it. But I was always a Dreadnoks fan. Like I for some reason, I always gravitate. I thought the bad guys were cooler. And then this is not an 80s figure, but it's one that should have been. This is one of the new figures they came out with, but it's off like the second episode of the regular cartoon, this Fatal Fluffy. They were these little fur balls that turn into these monsters. And
Yeah, I remember that.
dudes. And that's really all I got this round. I got a bunch more stuff, but we'll hit it next time.
No, I don't know a lot about action figures, but when I was getting into them a little bit, if I remember correctly, the villains and the females are usually the most valuable ones because they didn't make as many of those.
Right. The female action figures, they actually, when they came out with the Power of the Force back in the early 90s, they were kind of, if you read about it, Star Wars didn't have any new movies. And they wanted to keep making action figures because Hasbro was making, or Kenner was making a butt ton of money off of kids buying action figures.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they came out with this new line of figures, and they were really well sculpted. The faces looked better. I mean, Han Solo looked like Harrison Ford, and they came with one Princess Leia action figure per case. That was all. You'd have 3 or 4 of everything else, but one Princess Leia, because they didn't think anybody would buy them, and all it did was drive the price up.
Yeah.
Like when people.
Well, I think, sometimes they do that too, just to create the demand to, keep the collector interest too.
And that is the worst face sculpt ever on that Princess Leia Power of the Force.
Yeah.
It is so. She looks like Kim Hunter from Planet of the Apes. I'm not even joking. Not even joking.
You mean in the ape makeup, right?
Yeah, in the I'm
Exactly.
sorry, yes.
That's what he
In
meant.
the 8 makeup. Yeah.
Sure, that's what
Same
he meant.
hairstyle, really. It's horrible. Awful. All right, Kevin, you got anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Oop. We'll start with DuckTales.
Woo.
One of my favorite things from the 80s. That's the first issue. What is that? 87? I think that's when the cartoon came out and
Duckburg.
when it started. And the second issue, which is really cool because
It's got the Kevin letter.
yeah, it's got a letter from me inside of it.
What?
Sweet.
Ooh. Kevin
No
Bratcher
way.
and my girlfriend Tammy Young at the time, who I still talk to on occasion. And I asked them if they would please print a episode guide because we didn't have an internet back then. There was no way to look up how many episodes or what episodes there were. And sure enough, a couple issues later, they started printing the episode guide, which they had already planned to do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And we got Swamp Thing.
Oh, I love that.
Remember the movie from what was that, 83, 82?
82. Wes Craven.
Yeah. And I've got number 1 and 3 and 4 and 5, but I had to get the one out that has the movie.
Yeah.
And I loved Marvel Team Up back then. One of my favorite comics to read, and this is a really good one with the mutants and Cloak and Dagger. 83. I was a junior in high school.
Nice.
And a couple more from the same era. I always liked Falcon, so I picked these up not long ago. $3 a piece. I thought it was a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm.
There's one with the is it John Jameson?
Yep.
Yeah, that became the Man Wolf. 1981 for that one. And then one of my favorite runs of the 80s is Frank Miller's Daredevil run, which I'm got just these 3 issues, so I need a few more. But I remember these covers so well. Just excellent stuff. Such a great story.
What issues was that run?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. But it's about a dozen issues, I think.
Yeah.
And then Micronauts, man. When I was a kid, I had all the Micronauts figures. So when they started coming out with the comic, I, of course, dove right into it.
You're like sold.
And, man, I had the Baron Karza and the horse that you could snap apart and make him into the horse or like a centaur and stuff. Had a bunch of the Acroyers, which I think they go for about $40 a piece if you got the entire Acroyer. So I wish I still had them. I like the ones where it shows them in the real world as little bitty, because they were the size of the action figures. That was the idea. There's Baron Karza.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah, They're back in the microverse by this time. And this has the origin of the microverse. Behold the spiral path. It looks like DNA. Which is probably what it's based on, because that's about the time they discovered DNA, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the comics. And I'll save the other stuff I got for the next round.
Groovy.
So the first Frank Miller Daredevil was number 158.
158. Okay.
And I looked it up. I'm not that smart.
I snorted. Okay. So 158. And then Miller's the one that killed off Elektra too, right?
Yep.
I'll tell you something about that later when I show you some of what I've got. about when he killed her off. People were really pissed off about that.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. All right, Matt, you're up.
Okay, well, I know we talked about 80s movies too coming out. Yeah, we're talking about, and so I got this one this week actually.
Transformers. Nice.
Number 1 and 4. Got that from Sandman. You know, he gave it to me, so thank you, Sandman. And then I also think about G.I. Joe. You know, when we think about the 80s, we got G.I. Joe, Transformers 1 and 2. And you know what other toy line I think of when I think of the 80s?
Yeah.
Superpowers number 1, Jack Kirby. And this is a 70s comic, but I remember watching this show in the 80s, so I thought it would be all right. Super Friends number 3. And this was a cartoon and a toy line in the 80s, but it didn't last long. But I love these toys. We got Inhumanoids number 1 in Star Comics. First appearance of the Inhumanoids. And now we're talking about some 80s movies. Here we got the official adaptation of the movie, Supergirl. The beautiful, lovely Helen Slater. And then on the back, we got a pretty little picture of her on the back. I liked that movie. I know it was like, we have to show it on Bad Cinema. I know it's not that great a movie when you watch it again. Another 80s movie that I love. Oh, the bag's ripped. What the hell? Look at this. All right, there you go. Batman. I'm about to fix that bag. All right. Okay, and then
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I'm alone. Okay.
Yeah, I was muted. I was going to say that Batman you showed. I saw one. Somebody showed one last week, signed by Michael Keaton.
Well, look at this. The bag is tore right here. I don't know how that happened.
Right.
Signed by Michael Keaton, huh?
Yeah.
Flash.
Flash.
Sam Jones.
What it was? Timothy Dalton. Personally, my favorite person was Brian Bless, though, as the Hawkman guy.
There he is up there at the top. Dive.
Classic.
And then, when I think of the 80s, I think of the first. Well, first of all, another thing when I think of the 80s, I think of this series right here.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
For sure.
Secret Wars 4, 3. Then I have 9. I'm trying to get all of them. Not much luck yet. I'm too cheap, you know. Another thing I think of, 2 things I think of in the 80s. I think of Crisis on Infinite Earths and The Art of George Perez. So we got Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1. Number 7, The Death of Supergirl. And the Final Fate of the Flash, Death of Barry Allen, number 9. And then we got for number 8. And I got number 9. I'm still working on all that. And we got some more George Perez here. We got Avengers 198.
Oh, yeah.
And Justice League of America issue 200. George Perez. And I guess that's enough for now.
Okay. Yeah, Crisis number 8, Final Fate of the Flash is my all-time favorite comic book ever.
Wow.
Ever? It's a good one.
Forever. Ever.
I'd be hard pressed to choose the best one of all.
I think at the time it made me hate the Psycho Pirate.
Yeah, he's a real asshole.
Yeah, he's a dick.
I know Sandman 19, A Midsummer Night's Dream would be up there. That's a wonderful story.
Thank you. Midnight Dream. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with some LPs because that shit was fly back in the day. Okay, here we go.
Don't head me off now.
What happened?
I said, don't head me off. You're going to show stuff I was about to show.
Well,
mine's not vinyl.
I gotta
mine's
show.
CD.
I gotta show some Kiss. So we gotta show some Animalize. Grr.
80s Kiss.
Heaven's on Fire. What else do we have on this one? Lonely is the Hunter. Burn, bitch, burn. Says it right there. Burn, bitch, burn.
Yeah.
Kiss.
But you don't have Lick It Up. Lick It Up.
No, I do, but I didn't grab it. Winner of the 1981 Academy Award, which pissed me off because they beat out Raiders Lost Ark. Chariots of Fire. Soundtrack's actually really good, Vangelis.
Yeah.
It's actually really
Absolutely.
good.
Did you do the soundtrack for Blade Runner?
Yep. Yes, sir. I've been listening to that a lot when I go to bed at night. The Blade Runner soundtrack.
Oh, Breakfast
Just
Club.
weird dreams.
You gotta have Breakfast Club.
Don't
on there.
you
It's one of my mom's
get about
favorites.
me.
You know, there's a rumor that the kids actually weren't even there. That it was just the janitor's acid trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs ever is Boys of Summer by Don Henley.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Classic
I
80s
love that
song.
song.
This is a really good record too, by the way.
Yeah. That was a
A lot
great
of good
record.
stuff on here.
That
Reach on the
takes me
track.
right back to high school right there.
Say what?
That takes me right back to high school.
Oh,
What
totally.
was that,
Yep.
84?
This was 84, yep.
What are some of the other tracks on the record?
On this one?
Yeah.
Can't Make Love, Man with a Mission.
Man, what's
You're
the
not
mission?
drinking enough, not enough love in the world. Building the Perfect Beast.
Oh, yeah. That was a good song.
All She Wants to Do Is Dance.
Oh, yeah.
I love that
Sunset
song.
Grill.
Sunset
That
Grill.
song,
was
you
great.
know what the song "All She Wants to Do Is Dance" is about?
No.
It's about our involvement. It's about the government's involvement in Central America.
Really?
Yep.
How the hell do you know that?
I saw an interview with Don Henley.
Oh, no shit? That's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome, but it's cool.
That's weird.
Land of the Living's pretty good too. Where was the Dirty Laundry? That was on
Oh, yeah. That was the year before,
the year before.
the album before that.
And of course, you can't. This group was in the 70s, but they kind of made it back in about 86, 87, 88. Heart.
Oh, yeah.
These Dreams. They had some really good songs, man.
Mm-hmm.
What about love? Of course, you can't. Journey.
Oh, yeah.
Just
The
a
Steve
small
Perry
town
era.
girl living in a lonely world.
You took the midnight train, girl.
Open Arms, Worlds Apart. Yeah. A video
Faithful.
game. They had their own video game. That was
Yep.
great.
They did.
Yep.
Then it was like a
Faithful.
spaceship going through.
Faithful is one of their best songs.
Yeah.
And these are just ones I grabbed. Pat Benatar, 80s. You got to have
Oh,
Pat
yeah.
Benatar.
Hit me with your best shot. I feel like I'm singing like every time I sing a song, I feel like we're doing one of those CD commercials from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Get all these hits.
Freedom Rock, man. Turn it up, man.
Hits of the 80s. K-Tel.
K-Tel. And then I don't know why I have this, but John Parr.
What about love? You got me singing that now.
Naughty. He
Well,
sang
here's-
St. Elmo's Fire, the theme, Man in
Oh,
Motion
okay.
from St. Elmo's
Man
Fire.
in Motion, yeah.
Can't Stand Still. That's right.
Yeah.
DS, how you doing today, buddy? And of course, you got to have what's his name's. Need some lover boy.
Oh yeah, some lover boy.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Everybody needs a new romance.
Joe, did you complete your commitment to the Columbia Record House?
Did anybody?
Hell no.
Did anyone? Yeah.
And they're never getting any of my money. Never.
I couldn't believe they kept sending me stuff. Then they just kept sending it, and they kept sending it.
They kept sending
whatever.
it to all these empty trailers that had mailboxes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just kept making up different names. It'd be like Joe Morgan, Matt Morgan, Pete Rose, and they all went to the same address. But they never figured it out.
Mouse one time, and Mickey Mouse got 11 records.
Mike Judge, Mike Schmidt. Then I got some movies here too.
Bend over.
Martian Chronicles.
Wow, that
80.
was amazing. Yeah, that was a mini series, right?
This
TV.
is so good.
Yeah.
Yep, miniseries. Came out in 1980. And I remember watching that. Loved it.
That and the.
And then, of course, 80s, you got to talk about 1980. V was great too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to talk about 1982. And when you talk about 1982, and I know Matt knows that what's going on with this movie.
We're reviewing that one on Thursday.
Which I actually watched. I watched it again on the Ultra HD this morning. And like really early this morning. I couldn't go back to sleep.
You know what I noticed though? Every time I saw something bad cinema, like on the night of the comment, they're like, "That's not bad." Everybody gets kind of like mad about it.
Matt, it was me. I was upset. I was
calm down. It doesn't mean it's a bad movie.
I know. I was just kidding, but
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is just can't beat that movie. Of course, you got to have some Akira.
Well, I would hate to think you didn't have Akira on Blu-ray. I would be upset if you didn't.
You have to. And Blade Runner.
Of course.
This box set has 5 different versions of the movie.
Well, yeah. Hey, Library 88. I am one of those.
Library. But anyway, there's some multimedia.
Multimedia. All right.
I Am One of Us. And we got some libraries here. Woo! Okay. Here we got something just popped up.
Birthday Shannon, the bass cannon rolls with a rhythm so deep it could swallow us whole. From the dusty dive bars to the big city lights, we're celebrating you till the end of the night.
Happy birthday, Shannon!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Shannon. That sounded like Merle Haggard.
Did Merle?
I saw him in concert once.
Got reincarnated as a duck.
No. Was he
Duck,
awesome?
Duck Haggard, right? Duck Haggard.
Was he awesome in concert?
Yeah, he was in his 70s. He was still awesome. He might have been in his 60s at the time, actually, but he had his whole family playing with him.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
His son's a pretty good guitar player. And his daughters like singing backup. And it's pretty cool. Saw him at a place called, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's famous in Kentucky. It's called Renfro Valley, home of the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. There's a lot of like.
Hey,
Will.
There he is.
Here comes trouble.
did I miss everyone showing books? I'm guessing I did.
You missed a lot.
You missed
Alien
the first
came and
round.
landed in Rob's backyard.
Are more people going to show more books?
Somebody
or
swatted
are we
Quentin's
done?
house. It was crazy.
Are people going to show more books, or are we done?
What are you talking about?
I
You
don't
show
know.
up late and then you get snotty with us, Will.
I
Of course
told you
we're
I'm gonna
showing
show
more
up late.
books. And just because you're being like that, since you just got here, then you get to show the next group of books.
This is
Yeah.
the best punishment
That'll
ever.
learn him.
This is the
That's
best
going to
punishment
encourage him
ever.
to do it more.
The theme was 80s tonight, right?
No.
No, 60s. 60s.
So
Yeah, it's the
80s.
80s. It's the 80s.
Guys are jerks. G.I. Joe number 45.
Nice.
G.I. Joe.
I didn't bring all my books from the 80s, but I narrowed it down to the best covers. Detective Comics 587.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one, man.
I remember buying that off the newsstand where my mom bought it for me. That's a cool cover, Will.
Shout out to Matt. I think I bought this one from Matt. I guarantee it. G.I. Joe 53.
Yeah, you got that for me. That's one of my favorite covers of the G.I. Joe run.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I bought this one myself. Transformers number 12. Optimus Prime, Autobot Killer.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Fire
I
the
showed this
nuclear
last
missile.
week. Action Comics Weekly 631.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's cool. The
I
Phantom
love that
Stranger.
cover.
Love that.
I like the Phantom Stranger. He was always scary.
There is a tear. I only have
Scary.
3 more books. There's a tear in this one, but I don't care. Detective Comics 574.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Nam, whatever. Number 28.
When he's firing an M60, I don't know if you could actually fire an M60 like that. It would probably rip your arm off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Probably. And lastly, my last
A
book
good
of the
series,
night.
though, Will.
Yeah, the last book of the night. I do have more 80s books. I just would have to go up and look when they came out. Today was a long day. I set these out a week before. Visit Ghost Manor if you dare. I've shown this one before on shows. Visit Ghost Manor if you dare, number 61 to 67.
Oh, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in pretty decent condition, actually. But that's what I got to show tonight.
Sweet. Thank you,
I like
sir.
it, Will.
Thank you, sir.
See,
I sent
libraries
the
are
link to Jeff, by the way. Our friend Jeff wanted to join, but
Yeah.
we can have 6.
Well, we got to try to get
Where's
him on.
Mike and Swagda?
I'm not.
I didn't know we were supposed to. I didn't know there'd be a test. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Mike's in Texas, Swag's in Missouri.
Yeah,
I can.
true.
I can't
Well,
know.
Mike's in Texas. He might be fighting off some Indian attacks or something.
You know, Mike said last week he wouldn't be able to be here this week. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Swag's probably snacking on something.
yeah.
Snacking. All right. Where are we at? Rob?
It's Rob's turn, I think.
Rob's turn.
The Robster.
All right.
Robzilla.
All right. So back to some. I went through the other books, the regular comics I got today, and picked out all the ones from the 80s. So kind of a mix here. Captain America 265.
I got
I
that
was
one.
going
I
to
like
pull a
it.
short box like I did last week, but everything had like stuff I had just shown recently in it. So the ones that were easy to get to. So I just decided to do this instead. It's a cool cover.
I remember when that series came out, the 7-Eleven had the first issue and the third issue, and they never had the rest of them.
Yeah, that was hard collecting those because there was series like that, like Spanner's Galaxy and stuff, where I'd get like one or two and never even saw the rest of them.
Yeah, I like Spanner's Galaxy. I enjoyed that story.
Yep, I finally finished my run this week. I got number 2 in. That's the only one I needed left that I needed. So, be reading that one of these days. Some Superman, and I don't know. This might be the first woke cover. I'm not sure.
Whoa!
That's one of the few that I still have in my collection.
And this turned up the official Mandrake the Magician.
There you go.
Reprint some of the old original comic strips from the 30s, so that's cool.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
And I still been picking up
Very
the
nice.
earlier Marvel ages when I see them.
Yeah, I like that. I got that one, Rob. I like that. It's a good issue.
And then the one before that was a Star Wars one.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
I was
They made
trying to
Marvel
figure out
a-
why he's
Isn't that
wearing
the
an orange
first-
dress.
Is that the first Marvel anything Star Wars?
No,
because
It wasn't.
this is like it's got Lando Calrissian on the cover. So this is from
this is in the 80s. That's in the 80s.
1984.
Star Wars 1 came out in
Well, that's what I was
77.
talking
And that's
about,
what I
because-
was thinking. I was like, oh, is this like, because why did they color his outfit like that?
How
Yeah, that's what I was
um,
thinking. I didn't see Lando there, so I was just like, "What?"
how big is that Marvel Age run, Rob?
The whole run goes up into the 100 and something, I think.
Yeah.
Daring New Adventures of Supergirl, number 7.
Ooh. Very cool.
Oh, Joe, is it all right if I show a couple of things that aren't from the 80s just because I picked it up this week that I want to share with you guys?
I don't care.
Of course.
No.
Warlord, number 48, with the first appearance of Arak. Found yet another one.
What's his name?
Arak,
Oh, I thought you said something else.
you always do. Gru, number 54.
Love you, Rob.
Um,
Thanks, Rob.
I love you too, Will. Superman, number 1.
Whoa.
And there was, I thought about not putting the Dark Horse Presents in there, but they were from the 80s, so what the heck. Captain Crusader.
Very cool. Never heard of it. Very cool.
And got Ambush Bug, number 1 through 4.
There you go. Boggs, look in the chat, Boggs.
1
Jackson
through
Ray
40.
told you it's Marvel Ages 1 to 140.
What is that thing? Is that a koala?
Yes, the koala who
Koala,
walks
Mike.
like a man.
Yep.
Number 3.
Look how creepy Ambush Bug is. He's like, how
Mhm.
you doing?
And number 4.
He's like taunting him.
And look, it's a reflectage cover.
Oh, dude, he's definitely homaging Hulk.
Mhm.
I think Hulk might have been homaging that.
PC Comics Presents 65.
I've been, you know what? I've ended up like with like 11 issues of that, Rod. I'm like, I guess I'm collecting it. I don't know.
And everybody's favorite, Captain Carrot. You have a few
Right.
series like that too, Matt, that I was just like, I don't know. I guess I'll keep them. Nobody wants them.
Yeah, everybody sees them. Every time I see one, I'm like, well, that's cool. Oh, well, like, Superman's teamed up with Aquaman. Oh, I need to get that one too.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it's like $1, but
Yeah, it's a
Let's
fun
talk-
series. It's a fun series to collect anyway because it's got so many different characters in it.
yeah, that's why I like it and the Brave and the Bold and like Marvel Team Up and the Marvel
Yeah.
2-in-1.
Yeah, me too.
And when you were a kid, you couldn't afford a lot of comics. It's cool. You got, well, it's not just the thing, but the thing's going to be with like Spider-Man this week or this month,
And I got some Grus too, because I've been picking up the earlier Grus when I see them.
Yeah,
Kevin,
Drew.
don't you
Number
collect
5.
Huh?
Don't you collect Gru a little bit?
Yep.
6.
Love Groot.
That rascally grew. He's always crazy
Sergio
adventure.
Aragones. He used to do them in the border of Mad Magazine.
8.
I kind of like him and Hagar the Horrible. Who would win a fight
9.
between Gru and Hagar the Horrible?
I don't
It
know.
was Groot.
10.
I'm gonna have to say Groot.
Yeah.
11.
Me too.
12.
I like that one. You got some skinny legs, don't you?
And then Superman
He skips
Family
leg
number
day.
205.
He always skips leg day. You should know that.
I used to like those
Disney
books. when I
Planet
was
on the
a
back.
kid, too. Supergirl vanishes.
And then I'm just going to show this real quick because I got this in this week too. I finally got another platinum book that I found for under $10.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
1930 something.
Mm,
1932.
wow.
And it says birthday greetings to Junior 1932 from Beulah.
That's my mom's name.
This is actually in really nice shape. I was surprised when I got it how good a shape it was in. It's not
Where'd you
all
buy
that
it
dirty or
from?
anything, you know.
Where'd you get it?
I found it on eBay.
Nice.
Nobody else wanted it. I don't think it was listed in comics. It was listed in like just as a regular book or something.
Ooh,
So
nice.
that's it for now.
Rock and roll.
Tis it.
Rock and roll.
It is Quentin Collins.
I agree. Hagar's wife would clobber both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Helga.
Helga. That's it.
Helga. No crap. Yep.
Helga. All right, Quentin, you're up.
Okay, so next round, I'm always gonna tell the stories. Okay.
I love
So-
stories.
Oh yeah.
So that Machine Man series was the first thing that wasn't Conan that I ever saw that Barry Windsor Smith did.
Cool.
And I was already his fan. And this, when I saw it on the rack, this is literally the book I bought in 7-Eleven on Bel Air Road in Augusta. And I've got the whole series, but I only pulled out the first issue. The 80s was the generation of the handbooks, the who's who and the Marvel Universe and stuff. And this, I have a rule: no show is complete without showing something that I got from Rob.
That's a good rule. You should all live by that.
This is the trade of that Wolverine series, that Claremont and Miller Wolverine series, and I bought this so I wouldn't have to open my real ones. And I think I pulled it out of a dollar bin somewhere. And you guys will have to correct me if I'm off on the date on this.
Oh yeah.
But
I got something to go with that.
now.
I want the one where he's doing something to the seal.
What?
That's the popular one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's he doing?
Joe, you don't want to know. It's
He's
No,
giving
if I didn't want to know, I wouldn't have asked.
It looks like he's giving him an adult hug.
Nice.
A very adult hug from behind.
Silver Surfer.
We have the Silver Surfer and Hulk.
They actually took it off the shelves, I think. It's hard to get.
I don't care. I'm still gonna find one.
First comic book appearance of Rocket.
Rocket.
Nice.
Sweet, dude.
How many slabs do you own, Quentin?
Oh, the I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Well, the crazy part is I have some of these because I saw them going for too cheap.
Yeah.
Like this right here. It's a 3.5.
What?
I don't know why you would grade something that you know is in that bad shape.
I sent Matt the little digest of that.
It
Pat?
is visibly beat,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
somebody graded it.
Yeah, I
And
said
Crazy.
I found
think-
I was going through a short box on my LCS of GI Joes, and I saw the digest, and I kept it, and I was like, you know what, Matt needs that because he's a GI Joe guy, and I said,
I think I got it for $7 because so I had these
Ooh.
out, and I'm just gonna go through them real quick because I know Matt already did, but the 80s was also the era that introduced us to these here limited series that were never very limited.
yeah,
The
Nice.
summer events.
Yes, it started a
Well,
nightmare.
they burn them out now.
ooh,
And I actually have one of these autographed by Mike Zeck and Jim Shooter.
Nice.
dang.
Dude.
I'm really jealous right now.
But you'll notice that I don't have multiples of all of them, Matt. It's weird how they came into my possession.
They just float.
That's the
They
first
just.
appearance of the other Spider Woman, Carpenter, whatever her name was.
Oh
Oh my god!
my god!
Damn it!
Secret.
You're killing me,
Wars
Smalls.
8.
You're killing me. I need all those.
Oh, lost that one.
Oh, that's iconic.
Yeah, I'm needing all those. This sucks. I'm going to have to get them eventually break down. I might get them at Heroes Con.
What? Secret Wars?
Yeah. Now that I see them, I kind of want
I
them.
thought you were going after the G.I. Joe big ones.
Well, I'm going after that too.
That's all I got for now.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Okay.
Man,
All
I
right.
have nothing.
Alrighty, Kevin.
Thank you.
Let's see here. I've got,
Nothing.
first off, we'll go with this. The 80s, I spent a whole lot of time, as you can tell by the condition of the books.
wow.
Excellent.
And it's signed by Gary Gygax.
Oh,
There you go. Especially for Kevin.
Something I'll never sell.
I don't blame you.
And I was a dungeon master, so that's why this one is really beat up.
hey,
Also got it signed, but he didn't say for Kevin on that one.
What? I like how it's near the unicorn's butt.
Yeah.
hey, Jeff, if you can hear me, I can only have 6 people on, so just wait around.
Yeah, I'm going to duck
Hey,
out after this round, but
So there you
and
go.
he can
Jeff.
hop on. And
Okay.
here I got a few CDs. One of the greatest guitar players to ever live,
Who is that? I can't see that far.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Nice.
Couldn't stand the weather, and I got it at half price books for $3.99.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, it's covered in the name. That's why you didn't know who it was.
Oh.
There you go. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble.
Yep.
Caught in the crossfire.
Now, my favorite band all through the 80s, well, at least through high school, 80 through 85, is these guys. And that's my favorite album.
Rush.
Absolutely
Based
love
on
him.
Sawyer, he gets high on you.
La Via Strangiato,
I'm
the
not a
greatest
fan of
instrumental
Tom Sawyer. It's
ever written.
overplayed.
And yeah, this
Dennis
came out in
Spears.
78, but I didn't hear it till 80. So,
Him and Spears is pretty cool.
and
I know
another-
Ryu is a huge in the chat is a huge Rush fan.
Oh yeah,
Seen him quite a few times.
and these guys, the David Lee Roth version,
Women and
Not-
children first,
very
right? Is
much
that what
at
it
all
is?
for Sammy Hagar. They got two
Oh,
pop,
fair warning. It's fair
Fair
warning. Okay.
yeah, fair warning. Mean Street, Center Swing, Dirty Movies, Unchained,
Unchained's awesome.
just freaking great, heavy. Oh, and you can't bring up the 80s without some Maiden.
Maiden.
Six, the number of the beast.
God, my older brother and I.
And then
I love Iron Maiden.
all that stuff got shoved to the side when I heard this the very first time.
There it is. Oh, yep. Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning,
Still
man.
my favorite Metallica album.
Yep. Has
Fade
to
to
be.
Black. I actually wrote down the lyrics to Fade to Black, and my girlfriend found them and thought I wrote it and that I was thinking of committing suicide or something.
Call to Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just such a
Creeping Death is one of the greatest songs ever.
It
You know what
is.
it's about? It's about the 7 plagues of Egypt. James
Right.
Hetfield and all of them were watching 10 Commandments one night,
Mm-hmm.
and they wrote a song about it.
I just love the way it starts with the like piano and then slams into the, because that's the first time I ever heard thrash metal.
You know
I'd never heard it
Metallica's.
before.
You know Metallica's part of my YouTube intro, right? One.
Oh yeah. And then they put this one out.
Master of
And I didn't
Puppets,
like
that's
it.
good.
I did not like it when I first heard it. I thought,
You
oh
didn't
man,
like
they
it?
sold out. They slowed down. Now it's one of my favorite albums.
I love
That was where I started. That was when I
Battery. But the beats slowed down from the speed that they were at with
Yeah.
Ride the Lightning. But these two,
Sanitarium is so awesome. Though. Sanitarium.
they love that song. And Megadeth, which I don't actually have any CDs, but Megadeth was another one of my favorites. I saw them in a little club with Anthrax, Testament, just
Oh,
so many
that was a killer
times.
concert.
You know, probably 100 people crammed into this little club
that's
in
awesome.
Atlanta. But I'm going to talk about that on Aaron, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, that is doing a music show now, and he's going to have me on in a few weeks, and I'm going to talk all about
Nice.
the 80s. In fact, I told him I'll probably have to be on 3 or 4 times because I have like different eras of music to cover. Music has been a big part of my life, and you know, I shifted gears. In '89, I saw a band called Aquarium Rescue Unit with Bruce Hampton and became a Deadhead. So I went from metal to the Grateful Dead, and just swapped up things a lot.
Nice.
But yep, that's it.
It's
Thanks,
beautiful.
Kevin. Have a good night,
Yeah,
Kev.
yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna take off. Jeff can hop on.
All right,
and show you
dude.
stuff. Thanks
Have
for
a good
having me.
night, Kev.
Y'all have a
Thanks,
great
Kevin.
night.
Yeah, love you, buddy.
Yeah,
Love you,
Next
Kev.
Friday.
yeah. I'll see y'all.
See you later, dude. All right. First time on the show. Jeff. What's up, dude?
I love how you're like, Jeff. Just like, Jeff. Just,
Phil.
let's give him initiation. Rookie hazing.
Whoa.
Oh man, I've had plenty of that.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
fun. That's cool that you're showing all those CDs. There's like just like the comeback of vinyl. CDs are making a huge comeback for audiophile, and I'm an audiophile myself. I'm just not rich enough to have the
Well, even
equipment.
VHS and cassettes are making a comeback.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. This is my opinion. I can stream music through my phone and have a kick-ass stereo system in my vehicle or whatever, which I don't, but and it'll sound good, but it doesn't sound the same as when you play a CD. Like it to me, there's something lost. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. Can't put my finger on it, but I might be crazy, and you all are thinking this guy can't hear very well.
It's the compression. No, you're
No.
not. They compress when you make an MP3 or like streaming. They compress the file down, so it's not the same. They have to. You even have to engineer it different. Like when they're mastering something, they have to take into consideration what the medium it's going to be played on.
Yeah, because I remember working the summer job back in groceries. I bought a I don't know how many watt home stereo Pioneer system rack that had the record player, the dual cassette, the 5-disc CD changer, radio amplifier, all that stuff.
Okay,
Two
well, I was
12-inch
thinking about the
woofers.
pad, Kevin. I guess
What's that?
I was talking to Kevin.
Oh, but playing CDs through that that big house system in my room. It was like being at a concert. Man, I could feel the music, not just hear it. And it was wonderful.
Sweetness. All right, Matt, you got some more show?
I
Sure.
still have my Hall & Oates Greatest Hits 8-track, so
Nice.
let's hold on to it.
All right. Well, before we go to the back to the 80s, we're going to go back to the 70s.
Matt, I gotta take care of something. Matt, I gotta take care of something quick. So give me a good 2-3 minutes.
I got plenty of books.
Okay.
But I'm really proud of these, and I really want to show you what I got from Sandman. So I got this one. Nick Cardy. He's like, "Kiss My Boots, Superman." Do y'all think like the older comics were like more colorful?
Yes.
World's Finest number, I don't know what number it is, but it's a 12 center. We got few World's Finest. I just wanted to show them off because I was kind of happy I got them. I love getting old comics. You know, you can just get them and you go. I can smell them through the bag. There's a bunch of yummy.
Yes.
I'm gonna eat it. I'm just kidding. All right. I'd probably taste like ass if you ate it. Now let's go back to the 80s. And I'm like Quentin. Quentin said this earlier, and you know, when I think of the 80s, I think of the Uncanny X-Men. Now, Quentin already showed this one, but I'm going to show it because these 3 issues are like concurrent. 171, 172, 173 was one of my favorite storylines. You know, you got 171, Rogue joins the X-Men, and they don't really want her there because she's, if you remember in Avengers Annual 10 and even before that in Uncanny X-Men 158, she just beats the hell out. She beats the brakes off of the Avengers and the X-Men because she was with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. But then they're like, well, they don't want her on there. But like, I think Professor X, if I remember right, he was like, give her a chance. Come on. You know, she was just confused. She didn't know what was going on. She was being manipulated.
Who?
So Rogue.
My girl.
So and then when this one right here is when Logan's going to get married. You know, he's getting married to Mariko. She's captured by her ex, who's he's like in the Yakuza and like, or she like no, she decides not to do the wedding, but they invite the X-Men to Japan to go to the wedding, right? Well, they kidnap all the X-Men. What?
Are these new books?
New
for you? No, new books.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So then they go to Japan, right? And all the X-Men except for Wolverine and Rogue are kidnapped. So, Wolverine has to depend on Rogue because he's got nobody else to get his back. So they team up and they go in there. He's like, all right, just stay out of my way, basically. He was like, I'm not going to put up your crap. But ends up the end of it, she saves his life at the end of it. So they become pretty tight. Eventually. That's when, what?
I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I need that issue eventually. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm rude.
No, I just couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're
Uncanny X-Men 207. John
Beautiful.
I'm going to get that one signed by him and Claremont probably.
Nice.
And then I'm going to get that one signed by him too at the first appearance of the Marauders.
Another great cover.
Yep. Wonderful. I love the 25th anniversary. I'm trying to get all of them, but they're hard. Some of them are hard to find.
So Matt, if you don't mind me asking it, I'm sorry. What happens to the woman Wolverine was going to marry?
She leaves Logan and marries this guy because she didn't want to dishonor her family.
And we never hear from her again, I'm guessing.
No, you hear from her again.
No,
I think she dies like later on, doesn't she?
Yeah, she ended up dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we got some other things I remember. I think about the 80s. I think of Batman.
Yes.
Here we got Batman 400. Sakevich cover.
Iconic.
Just look at that bat. That's just like, and look at all the list of people with an introduction by Stephen King. You got Art Adams, Terry Austin, Brian Boland. Just look at that. George Perez.
It's amazing.
All-star team.
This is
All-star.
all-star lineup, man. Thanks, I'm one of us.
I take that all-star team over the 92 Dream Team.
And I also think of Frank Miller when I think of the 80s, right?
Yep.
So we got Batman Year One,
Beautiful.
Part 2. This is Batman 405. I got these from Flat Earth Santa. Very high grade copies too. Here's 406, and this is one of my favorite issues of this storyline. Because in 406, the SWAT team, they're all corrupt. You know, the whole Gotham PD's corrupt back then. And they corner him in this basement of this abandoned building, right? And they firebomb the thing, and they go in there after him, and he's out of like little gadgets, and he just tears them apart. He's like throwing SWAT team guys out the window. You know,
Matt, the DC Comics YouTube page, I've been listening to it. They have the audio book of that where they have actors reading all the lines from Year One.
Oh, cool.
And it's really good, dude.
Another cool 80s series in that, well, the show's coming back on with Peacemaker, Vigilante #1.
Oh yeah.
Now, I like the newspaper in the back. It's a Pollard. I think Pollard did the art for this one. Is it Keith Pollard? I think his name's Keith Pollard. Another 80s series that was really fun was by DeMatteis, did this one. Just League One. This is the one where Batman famously he looks at Guy Gardner's running his mouth. He's like, sit down and shut up. And Guy Gardner sits down and shuts up, because if Batman tells you to sit down and shut up, guess what? You better sit down and shut up. And then, like, I think it's issue 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think like issue 5, he tries to stand up to Batman again, and he punches him right in the face, knocks him out with one punch. So, and everybody's like, you can hear like in the background, the other guys are like, one punch.
You hear that? Batman's the original One Punch Man. Sorry, bad joke.
I know he was so young when he did it too, Library. You're right. Some more, and then like, you know, Frank Miller in the 80s was on fire. Because then you had this little storyline. There's Daredevil 179. Daredevil 184. And while I got the floor, I remember Joe, I told Joe earlier, I said, do you remember like when they killed Elektra off? They were pissed. Some of the fans were really pissed about it, like, because they really loved that character.
Oh yeah, there's a funny.
So, and in the back of this book, you know, they have, I don't know, they still do it sometimes, but back in Marvel back in the day, there was a letter page on the back of everything, right? And there's one of the guys said, somebody named Bernie Cascone from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, wrote in, and he just wrote one sentence. He said, Frank Miller is a genius, but let's not forget, so was Hitler.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what they thought about it. It's right wild.
Frank
All right,
Miller
we got
was like, damn.
Daredevil 185, and then I got one of my favorite Daredevil covers from the Frank Miller era, 188.
Oh yeah,
Black Widow. You know, that's really cool. And I got just a couple more, and I'll yield my time, sir. Like we're in the Senate or something. Although you couldn't pay me enough to be in the Senate. I'm just saying.
I found some 80s stuff to show when you're done.
Another 80s thing that I think of is Todd McFarlane on Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yep.
We got Amazing Spider-Man 301.
Oh.
Woo! Amazing Spider-Man 302.
Dang,
Yes, sir.
Spidey.
Thanks, Library.
Yeah, I agree, Library. Matt always has
Amazing Spider-Man 304. Thanks, I'm one of us. Spidey getting them. And then we got, I like this cover right here with it says Amazing Spider-Man California Scheming. ASM 305.
California Scheming. Oh no.
And we got Amazing Spider-Man 306, which is an homage. I don't know what they're homaging. Whatever could they be homaging here?
I think they're AF-15, right?
But you'll see. No.
I
See,
know,
like Siegel and Schuster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So McFarlane was paying respect to the men who created Superman.
Oh, that
And
is
then
awesome.
this is one of my favorite covers. It's not a key issue, but it's like, who kidnapped Mary Jane? Look at that one. Is that not cool? They're in a graveyard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then another guy I think of in the 80s is Steve Rogers, drawn by Mike Zeck. It was just a match made in heaven. And here you go. I just got these last week.
Oh, beautiful.
Captain America 332, Captain America No More. We got Abe Lincoln up here in the box corner, and it's Mike Zeck, of course. You got the flag behind him. This is when Captain America is disenchanted, and he says, "I'm quitting." And then the next issue, and we had the Thunderbolts New Avengers movie. So here's the first John Walker as Captain America, and then this is the second one. And this is like the new first appearance of the new Bucky, I think.
Yeah.
If you remember in Winter Soldier and Falcon, they kind of did the same thing. Yeah, the spaghetti webbing, chef's kiss. And they got mad at him for doing that. They're like, it looks like spaghetti. And shut up. He did great. And then we got 354. This is not Zeck, but this is the first John Walker as the U.S. agent. So I got those for a good deal. And then the last ones I'll show is another series I think of the 80s because I remember my dad getting them for me. And this is kind of like my official introduction or reintroduction to, like, I was old enough to, retain what I read, this is when I fell in love with Superman, and it's John Byrne's miniseries, Man of Steel. And I got both. They had two. This is like one of the first variants, if you remember.
That
actually
is the first variant.
The first variant cover because I got that one. And here's the other number one. You see, this is the one where they got him. You see him leaving his. They're like he's blasting away from Krypton, and they kind of retold the story of Superman, right? And then we got number 2, and I like this one. We got Lois here, and he's like flying around with a car. Superman showing his strength. And we got this one where Superman and Batman meet, issue 3, and they're fighting. What's her name?
Magpie. Wait,
Magpie.
no.
Magpie, right there.
Yeah. I love that cover. That's one of my favorite covers.
Then I think this is supposed to be Lex Luthor, right before he went bald.
Yeah.
And I remember it's been a long time since I read it. I'm going to reread this. I'm going to do a series where I get the overhead camera, and we'll go over each issue and each episode in honor of the new Superman movie coming out July 11th. By the way, that new trailer blew my mind.
Still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I just watched that a little bit ago before the show started. That was awesome.
And
Still
then
haven't watched it yet. I think I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
I think it's Lana. There's Lana and Superman, and I'm pretty sure. And I guess that's his dad or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I read it.
Very nice, man.
Yeah, he is. John Byrne's a master of that kind of stuff. And that's what I got. I think I showed everything I could show. And now I got to put all this stuff up. And it makes me sad.
Nice. Jeff, you have any? Did you say you wanted to show some stuff?
Yeah, I found recently picked up some stuff from the 80s.
Cool.
I'm trying to complete a run of Peter Parker Spectacular. And I have some of these issues already, but not near in great condition. And I picked all these up off of one claim sale. It's called Madhouse Auctions. And there's this one dude that comes on. I try to wait because they rotate like kind of we do on ours. I wait for him because sometimes, man, anyway, bargain basement prices.
Oh, yeah. Tarantula.
Yeah.
How many are you missing?
A lot. but the good thing is I'm not missing a lot of these low number ones. I need some of the low number ones that are the low numbers that are keys, of course. So we got, we had 1, 2. Now we skipped straight to 4 because 3 is a key. We skip to 6. Got Morbius.
Morbius.
Yep. Some more Morbius.
I think I have
Seven.
a Whitman number 3
Hmm.
if you need it.
I might be on the market for it for sure. And like they were saying, like you were saying earlier, the old 80s art, it just, I don't know, it speaks to me more than some of today's art. Not all. There's some great new artists out there.
I know what you mean, because I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's some guys
Like
like
Dylan?
Danny Warren Johnson and
Yeah.
Mark Spears that are just top
Um,
notch, I think, in my opinion.
like the cover of the Man of Steel that you show where he's just doing that.
Yeah.
It's a simple cover, but it's done perfectly. That's all you need.
I agree totally.
Well, then we skip all the way up to number 21 where he's mixing it up with the Scorpion.
Nice.
And then I picked this up from Flat Earth Santa a few weeks ago. The first appearance of the Dinobots.
Excellent.
Great condition. And as I was like, I got some short boxes today because I ran out of boxes and I had stacks of comics everywhere, and that's not good because you know what happens.
Yeah, I'm having that problem
And,
right now, Jeff.
And as I was digging around and organizing, I forgot I picked this up a while ago because I'm going to reread it.
Oh yeah.
Because this story, this never gets old.
Oh.
Never gets old. Oh, and my bookmark fell out. Shit. And that's all I got, fellas.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna show a few. Yeah, that first Dinobots. It's pretty sweet, man. All right. 80s horror movies.
Yes.
I've read this. I've read this like maybe 3 times in the last few months because the movie wasn't very good, but the comic, this adaptation, House 2,
Oh yeah.
second story, just I love it. Good stuff. Okay, then we all know how much in the 80s they liked to make toys and comics.
Yep.
And what better way of doing that than to put these superpowers team together?
There you go. Absolutely. Love it.
So that's issue number 1. This is the first. There was 3 mini series out of it. This is the first one. Issue number 2.
Is that John Byrne too, or no?
That's Kirby.
Oh, Kirby. Okay. How dare I?
It's all right.
I always thought it was crazy that they put Kirby on all the series. They could put Kirby on. They had him
Yeah.
do the toy thing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I know. It's like
Although
weird.
maybe at that point in his career, he just wasn't interested in doing the other stuff. Who knows?
It's probably it'll take me 5 minutes to cover. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm sure he was like, I can do that easy. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but.
And of course, we got issue number 4.
Yeah, you're right, though, Rob. Like, of all the things they had him on, kind of weird.
Well, I mean, he was later, when he was like working on that kind of stuff, he was in cartoons and doing that kind of stuff. So it may have just been a kind of a natural progression too, but it just seemed weird. I didn't know that at the time. It just seemed odd to see him on that.
It might have been also to put him on there because, like, well, they were wanting to hawk these toys and they probably wanted to put like a good guy on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we end with the big
Well, they could
bad.
depend on to make a deadline,
That too, yeah.
We got Mr. Darkseid.
Yeah, I love those books. I got to get all those again. I got number 1, so it's a good start.
Yeah, they were just good reads.
Yeah. Well, and the New Gods were heavily involved in that too. So
Yeah.
maybe he looked at it as a chance to get them made into toys and stuff or something.
Yeah. And they probably like,
Yeah.
who knows the New Gods better than him, you know?
Exactly. And then we got some, and I love Infantino, McLaughlin. I love this. I loved this miniseries when I was a kid. Red Tornado.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just loved it.
Another thing about the about New Gods that just made me think of it. It's like the new series. They got a current New God series. It's really great. If y'all get a chance to like get the trade paperback later when it ends or something, you know.
Hey Joe, if I ask you who drew the covers, is that going to drive you crazy?
No,
Oh, me?
Like that last one you just put up. Who drew that?
Yes, it would drive me bonkers. No.
no, I don't even. I know nothing. I know nothing of the writers and who does the art. Nothing. I don't know.
Because I'm not too schooled in DC. That last cover you put up there looked to me like Neil Adams, but I'm probably wrong.
Oh no, I don't. Unless it's half the time when I'm like, no, it's Kirby. It's because I noticed the name on the freaking cover. So I don't know. I like this. I like this cover here. That's a pretty good cover there. Issue number 2.
Awesome. I always liked the Red Tornado. He was like a cyborg like dude.
Yeah. Well, and this one kind of goes into his life as a wannabe human type thing, and
As a tornado.
but he was really what they did with him during Crisis on Infinite Earths when they kind of this is the post-crisis Red Tornado where he's trying to get everything back together again.
Usually, they didn't have a lot of variants back then. Usually, if you look at the second name on the credits, it's usually the artist that did the cover.
Oh yeah,
The writer always got top billing.
Ooh.
I don't know why. But.
All those covers are by Carmine Infantino and Frank McLaughlin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Infantino was great.
So what is the Red Tornado's powers? What does he do?
He's spin real fast, and he's got super strength and
super strength, and he just
fly.
he spins his legs really fast.
Right?
He makes
He spins his legs really
Why
fast.
did they? You know what? The DC should have made a figure that spun like a. DC should have made a figure that spun like a top with him, like you could have wound up. That would have made a lot of money.
Yeah, the Superpowers figure that came out, the Red Tornado figures that really hard to find because it was kind of toward the end of the run of the figures. So it's just kind of a little collector's. It's like, ooh, you got that.
The Hawkman,
it's like,
the Hawkman figure's hard to find with the wings.
Exactly. And the book too, because they came with the little comic books,
Yeah.
And the Hawkman one is one of those to find. Hard to find with everything. And then another series, Len Wein, John Byrne, Legends. I liked this series. I thought it was really good.
Cool cover.
Yeah,
Kind of goes into the modern day Colonel Flag.
First with Amanda Waller, by the way.
Yep, Flag and Waller. They're basing the Flag in the Peacemaker series off of the Flag from this miniseries.
Cool.
So then here's issue number 2.
Is okay? You think that Amanda Waller is probably one of the most hated characters in all of comics?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. And that's the last thing that they did. What was it?
Absolute Power.
The last D. Absolute Power.
Yeah,
Man, she was a dick. She was a total dick.
Those are great covers.
Yeah. And of course, you got the Suicide Squad down there on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
issue number 4. And I just froze up there for a second. That was scary.
We just hit the uncanny valley, didn't we?
Yeah. And we got some,
That's a good cover.
Yeah.
we have Captain Marvel.
Just killing. But what did he make them disappear? Look at him. He's just destroying them all. Or is he doing? No, he's doing the Justice League's laundry for him. He's just a nice guy.
He's just a nice guy.
Yeah. That's
Like,
what
I got this. You guys go to In-N-Out, get a couple burgers. I got it. And then here's the last issue of that series.
All right, I like that. You got
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, all of them. Yeah, Wonder Woman, Flash. Is that elongated man? Let's see. Or no, who's the guy? The blue guy on the right above Flash.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
That's Black Canary.
That's Black Canary.
Okay, I couldn't make her out. She had a short haircut. I thought it was Blue Beetle or something.
She got the can haircut.
She went 80s.
80s hair.
She's got the
Olivia
Helen Slater.
Newton-John's physical.
She had the Helen Slater Legend of Billie Jean haircut there.
That, yes.
I love that movie,
Newscaster.
by the way. That movie's a good movie.
I thought so.
Christian Slater was in it. This was one of his first movies.
Mr. Slater.
All right. Oh, I have a new obsession to unlock, guys. I got to tell you about it. It's like a Alcoholics Anonymous meeting here. Now I'm obsessed with finding comic book covers with Julie Strain on the cover.
There, look at that.
He's got it.
Holy
got
shit,
everything.
dude.
If you told Quentin, we got this hard to find thing, he'd be like, well, here it is. I got it over here.
Here it is right here.
It was
It's
laying
sitting
on
right on my desk.
It was. It was just laying there.
I like how he had that just right there, laying there when we mentioned it. That's a lot.
I know, it's just like boom. Here we're
just
talking
had-
about how hard it
Had
is
ready
to find. And Quentin's
Yeah,
like,
I got that.
what?
It's so hard to find. Well, I got it. It ain't no big deal.
this is child's play.
I really like that
Yeah, no, I like
1977
the,
Marvel Star Wars with the 35-cent cover price.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I bet he's got it.
That was last night. He said that. He
He's
just
got
like
it.
on my hangout show. and
Oh,
he was like,
God, here we go.
Watch him come up with two of them.
Is this your card? What? Knows
Oh,
before.
where did it go?
See, he's already. This is exciting. What will Quentin show next?
Crap killed.
Um,
Yeah.
there's one
Yeah,
of-
I just learned about that issue a couple days ago. I didn't even know that it had existed.
there's
Yeah.
one in a stack here.
Yeah.
I just
It's
showed it a week or two ago.
Oh, you have one?
I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, didn't you
Aren't there-
show it on the 70s? Wasn't it last week you showed it?
Yeah, the 70s.
Aren't they worth like $2,500, $3,000?
Yeah, he's
Something
got
like
the
that?
reprint. I
For
think.
$50.
Oh, there. I think there's a 35-cent variant, and
Yep.
in the it's not the diamond; it's a square price box or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
were
yeah,
kind of
it's,
testing the market for 35 cents.
Yeah.
And any of them I see on eBay are in the thousands of dollars.
They are. There's not many of them. They only did it in like 2 or 3 markets in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
There's about, I think there's a few books like that were like that month. Like they would like, well, let's see if we can sell them for 35 cents, you know. Well, then when they got away with that, they said, well, you know what, let's just raise them to 40 cents, right?
Yeah.
Then 50 cents.
And I'm always a big sucker for really good like horror movie painted covers, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. Just go down the line of all the 80s horror stuff, because they got some. There's so many like super cool covers that are, the publishers are obscure. Some of them are no longer in business.
Rob, do you have anything else you wanted to show tonight?
Yeah, I can show some more stuff if we got time.
Groovy.
It's not 80s, but But I
That's
grabbed
all
some of the
right.
more interesting stuff from the other eras. So
Joe, I have
Yeah.
a question for you after the show. but I'll
here's
bring it
Mad
back.
number 68. It's got a Christmas cover.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And wish I'd have had this last week.
Yeah,
Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie,
Look at that.
because she's a little bit country and he's a little bit rock and roll.
That's a cute.
Oh.
That's a really cute
Towering
couple.
Inferno.
Oh,
Disco
wow.
Inferno. No, okay.
The $6 Million Man.
That's cool.
Ooh.
It's all beat to
Did you
heck.
get
But
these?
that's okay.
Where did you get these at, Rob? Where'd you get these at
Whatnot.
again? What not? Okay, that's right.
You stole them from a bag lady.
The Mads actually were mostly sight unseen. They just had a box of Mads they wanted for like $1 a piece. And I was like, yes, please.
Dude, some of these. Look at that. Saturday Night Fever.
Like a trip
And
down
then somebody was asking me recently in the email if I'd ever if I remembered the magazine comics scene. I think it was Surf Blue, but I found one.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's
And this
cool.
was the same people that did Starlog. This was their comic magazine. Planet of the Apes, number 2.
Ooh.
Nice.
Gotta show Shannon that, man.
A Marvel Super Special.
I got one of those. Nice. That was funny because that when they did the art and everything for that, that was before Richard Dreyfuss was even involved with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you don't even see, and the character doesn't even look like Richard Dreyfuss. It's the funniest thing ever.
The
Got the
Burr.
Charlie's
Yes.
Angels song, man.
Farrah.
I got Mad Special number 24, and the comic's still in there, so that's cool.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Because usually they're ripped out. And then out of nowhere, they had this in there. The Adventures of Tintin. This is an edition from the 1970s. It's a UK comic if you've never read any of it.
Quentin, sorry to interrupt. I found a list of comics that have Statue of Liberty with it. So I'm going to send you that list. You
Okay.
can go.
And then I found a coverless copy of Tales of the Zombie when I was out comic hunting this week.
Ooh.
This is number
fun.
7.
That's really
Art's cool, but yeah, for $1 I couldn't leave it just sitting there. So because it was getting beat to hell. And that's it. That's what I got.
That's what I got. Quentin, you have anything else you wanted to show tonight?
I really don't. I was gonna throw
Right.
this out there though, Joe. You showed House 2, and I was having a discussion with somebody about the fact that Kane Hodder was in that,
Yeah.
and they were like, "No, he wasn't. He wouldn't have done something like that." And I'm like, "He wasn't always
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Like, guys got to work."
Exactly.
Did any of you guys pick this up? It's
No.
Action Comics 1070. It's the 1 in 25 Mark Spears.
I wanted to
Nope.
get it, but I missed out on it.
No.
Nope. Never
Because I could only find one other copy on eBay for sale right now, and it's already signed. It's a signed CGC. And I went to my comics shop and Collector Comics and all those and Midtown and all that. And I tried to search for it, and they're all out of it. And none of them have it. And I'm just curious, did everybody buy one and everyone has one, or what's the deal?
I don't know. I guess
No,
it's
that's
not
weird.
saying you never got it. I don't have one.
The problem with some of that, Jeff, like they reorder, so they don't order a lot of those variants unless they know they
Yeah.
can sell them, because otherwise they
Yeah.
end up in their dollar bins.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Not a thing. Not a
It
thing.
does.
Not a darn thing, sir.
No. Yeah, my LCS here, that one that deals with the newer comics. She when Hush came out, she has so many of all the different variants of the issue number 1 of Hush 2, and she can't sell them.
Oh
If
man.
anybody wants one, let me know.
Rumor is that Mark Spears saw the animation of me doing his Monsters cover, and the same rumor luckily says he liked it. So
That's cool.
Who said that to you? What
a friend of mine who knows somebody who knows him apparently showed it to him.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly, and
Cicada's asking,
that's why I say
which-
it's rumor, because I don't have any firsthand knowledge of it. But
which Spears variant for issue 4 you mean? Who's that question for?
I bet Bruce showed it to him. Does he
I'm
mean
not
like
sure.
Monsters 4? Do you mean Monsters 4? Because I have a variant for that
Well,
one here.
Was he asking about this one, or which one's he asking about?
Oh, he meant Action Comics. Dan.
Yeah, this is Action Comics 1070, the 1 in 25 Mark Spears variant.
You know, hey, we can talk about 80s movies.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody
Big Trouble in Little China.
have anything else they want to show at all?
No, I'm good.
I mean, I don't really. I mean, I already put everything back up. I'm tired of showing stuff.
I got a couple of Nightmare on Elm Streets I'll show.
What? Get them out, man.
I've got-
Yes.
I've got tennis elbow from like showing comic books.
Oh shit! Sorry. You said tennis elbow, and I thought we needed that. What am I doing?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Let's just have
Oh,
fun.
I do want to show you
Oh,
something
what
here.
is
in a
that,
minute.
Quentin?
So here we'll throw the 80s out.
Nice.
The Return of the Jedi limited series. It was funny because I bought this and I had a class where we had to do a book report. And I carried the novel with me, but I did the book report using the comic book.
Nice.
Because I'm a cheater.
So wait, so they didn't add the Return of the Jedi to the regular run?
No. So the first like whatever it was, 6 issues of the regular comic is the movie.
The movie.
And then somewhere around like 48, 49, and 50 or something like that is the Empire Strikes Back. And they did so much additional content in between that they had books ahead that still had Han Solo and Carbonite. And so they wanted to use that material, so they kind of shoehorned that mini series in there.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. But
Okay, where's Jeff's back here?
Yeah.
All right,
I got a couple more things I can show. After Jeff, I got a couple more things I can show you.
So I'll show you the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and I'll stay within the 80s. What do you call it? Genre. So I don't know exactly when this came out, but I picked it up somewhere, and I don't remember where. Innovation Comics, Nightmare on Elm Street #1. But I like the painted style horror comic.
Did you get it from Glenn?
I think I did get it from Glenn. Yes, that's what my brain was telling me, but I wasn't sure.
oh yeah.
There's number 2. I think I picked this up from Glenn as well.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. The Go-Go Chicks.
There you go. I found one of those when I was looking just now.
Number 6.
Oh, nice.
Great condition. Great condition.
Yeah, innovation. I got something to show you about that. Now you got the innovation because I got something the other day.
33. I'm a G.I. Joe Transformers head. And sticking with the 80s, I got Roll Cop.
Oh,
One.
nice.
Yeah, I forgot about these guys. I can show you these.
RoboCop number 2.
Remember that time he shot that dude in the dick?
Yep.
Number 3.
I have to say that every time.
And this is my favorite cover out of all those. And that's it.
Nice.
Oh no, I've lost the comic book. I'm scared. I'm scared. No.
Don't be a skid.
I got some more stuff I want to show you.
Quentin, did you? Oh, here. Quentin's got. Oh, we got to look at this.
Okay.
That's a great one.
So
that's an expensive one too.
Yeah, it is.
But it's actually not Boba Fett. It's Finn Sisha.
I know. It's the first Mandalorians, though, right?
Yeah.
And the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the first Boba Fett appearance.
I'm gonna get that one because I want Dan Jurgens to sign it. I'm trying to get that one.
I had it laying over here, and I knew it was there. I could have fished it out last night, but I didn't. Other than that, I had a bunch of these laying around.
Nice.
And I think my biggest problem with it is these are the copies that weren't in the best of shape, and I was going to get rid of them.
Those black covers.
And a guy wanted anything I had with the Moon Knight on it before the Moon Knight show came out, and then he ghosted me. So he must not like the show. So that's all I got for now.
Nice. All right, Matt.
I got. I mean, a couple of them are like 80s, like technically, but I'll show because I picked some of these up early this week from Sandman. This is like the first U.S. reprint of Hulk 180, 181, and it's a wraparound cover. It's really cool. And I can't afford 180 and 181 from Hulk 180, 181. So this is a good way to read the story and not have to worry about it. But it's a wraparound John Byrne. Look at this.
Oh,
Is that cool? Wendigo. And it's actually got some value to it because it's not been reprinted a lot, oddly enough. Oh no, I bent the corner. Hold on. What the heck?
what'd you do?
I bent the corner.
There's been a casualty.
Oh, no.
Man down.
Hey, I did that with
That'll be all right. I don't think it's got some spine ticks on it anyway. It don't matter. All right.
I tore the top of Ultimate Spider-Man #1 when I bought it off the shelf when I was putting it back.
What if Thor battled Conan? And
Thor would whip the snot out of him.
what if Elektra hadn't died?
I like that one.
And since we're talking about 80s horror movies and stuff, and you showed the Nightmare on Elm Street, got Return of the Living Dead #1 signed by Mark Stewart.
That is awesome.
It's signed. This is awesome. I met him on Pre-Comic Book Day. Like I was saying, he's a very nice guy. And then I got issue 4. It's like a 4-issue series. The art's great, but the story sucks. The inside, the art on the inside sucks. But then I got issue 3 or issue 2.
I've got to run, but thanks, Joe. Let me know what the theme is when you think of it next week. I think 90s would be cool.
Nice.
Is that the Tar Man? I think they call it.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks.
Bye, Will. Love you,
Have a good night, Will.
Have a
Hey,
good
we'll see you,
one.
Will.
All right.
Thanks for that list.
And then the last thing I'll show you that I was kind of cool. I got it. Proud, happy I got it. and proud and happy, I guess, that Jim kind of gifted it to me. It's from Innovation Comics, Forbidden Planet, #1, or was it Robbie the Robot?
Yeah.
Or something. And that had it's about the 50 sci-fi movie that starred Leslie Nielsen. And then we got #2. I don't know what this Alien Planet's doing with tigers on it, but there you go. There's #3. And they're all painted covers. Yeah. 4, and then I'll end with since Aliens was in the 80s, but this series was in the 90s, but like we got some of this is written by Chris Claremont. Aliens, Predator, the Deadliest of the Species. Check that out.
Ooh.
Written by Chris Claremont.
Butch Guice art.
Yep, Guiche. Yeah. And Barreto. And there was #4. I got these from Dan, actually, Cicada Sonic. And he has on our claim sale a few weeks ago. And pretty cool series. I'm hoping to get all of it. It's like a 12-issue maxi series. That one will freak you out. It looks like it's coming right out of H.R. Geiger's head.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And that's it. I just thought I would share some cool stuff with you guys one last time before we
there you go,
hang up our spurs, I guess.
Hanging up his spurs.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us. All right, Beyond the Con. I like your background, Rob. Rob, you think it'd be cool if I reported from the Heroes Con while you're all doing that?
I think that'd be awesome.
All right. We're going to do a live stream too while we're there, me and a bunch of guys and gals.
This episode without a shirt.
Well, that's when the party starts, when the shirt comes off.
That's right.
I couldn't let it go without bringing it up again.
Watch out for the gun show.
All right, guys, we're at about 2 hours here, so we're going to call it. Rob, what do you got going on this week? What do you got? Well, you got a lot of stuff going on, but when's your next claim?
Well, there's no auctions again this weekend on my channel. Yeah, my sister is leaving tomorrow morning. I still have quite a bit of pool work left to do in cleaning up my pool situations. So, going to take this weekend off again. But recorded sales during the week, Monday through Thursday, I didn't manage to get those done. Okay. So those will be there next week. And that's pretty much my only plans for the moment. I should be back the following week again with auctions. And then, of course, I wanted to promote this Beyond the Con comic community giveaway weekend. So, yeah, if you're doing a live show that week and you feel like giving something away, let us know so you can make it on the list and that we are compiling. And it should be a fun weekend. So,
heck yeah. Sweet. Is that June or May?
June 20th to 22nd. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So if we want to give some stuff away on our show here, that'd be okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I might buy an exclusive at the con and give it away.
Dude.
At the con. Awesome.
There you go. There you go.
I didn't mean to point a knife at you. I just like playing with my knife. I didn't mean to I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you, sucker.
Man. Quentin, what do you got going on? Anything fun, exciting?
Just my regular tootle around in my pile of junk here and avoid my phone for the weekend. And then, of course, I'm going to watch Crazy Joe and Spooky Dude tomorrow night.
Oh, woo! Yeah. I will try to be there. Sometimes they're on my Australian friend's show, but I'll try to watch it. Sorry, guys. Sometimes.
Oh, no. Hey.
I did watch the replay, though. I watched it the other night. I enjoyed it.
My kid knows more about movies than I do. He knows more about movies than most people. I'm like,
I
man,
have some
you're
announcements to make, if it's okay.
Okay.
I have a show on Sunday, the Sunday Super Show Extravaganza. I just hit 400 subscribers, so we're going to be giving away all these books.
holy crap.
So
Well earned subscribers too.
Yeah. What? I didn't hear you. I said yeah.
I said well earned subscribers because
thank you, Jeff.
you put out the bad cinema, the good cinema, the trending 20 and the variants and all that stuff. You put out a lot of good content, man.
This is the little giveaway. I'm going to give away a small giveaway at the first of it. Look at them teeth.
Hey,
I haven't had teeth like that in 5 years.
Oh, there he is.
Thanks, Rob. I like that. But then I got this is like the small giveaway, I guess. But it's a good one because look what's going to be given away Sunday.
Hubba.
Ooh.
And we'll throw these in there too for the little giveaway. And then the big giveaway. Well, you know what? I'm not going to show it. There's so much stuff, but I'll give you a preview. All right.
Savage.
And
There's more?
This is a big giveaway, and there's a little giveaway. Now the thing is, I can't mail them out till like the first of the month, but I think that's okay. It's like you're getting them free. Don't complain. You know what I'm saying? But,
Exactly.
And then of course Monday is another bad cinema episode, and we will be reviewing the cult 80s classic Night of the Comet.
Night of the Comet.
I love that movie. And then Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, another episode of Comic Conversations. It'll be I think it'll be Brian LCS this time. And then I have to look at it. I think it's Thursday at noon Eastern, Good Cinema. We'll be reviewing the movie The Thing.
Boom, boom.
And then we have the Hangout show at 7 p.m. that night. And that's, I got a long schedule. There will be no claim sale next week. The lights are flashing on and off. I don't like that.
Ooh.
Tornado warnings. Yeah. All right. But anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a claim sale for a while after the day.
Okay. Big Jeff, you got anything going on?
It's my oldest son's birthday this weekend. So after we sing happy birthday and let him have a piece of cake, I'll bounce him off the wall a couple times, and he's going to be enslaved. He's going to help me organize my freaking collection because it's beyond. It's just freaking everywhere. Nice. I got to get some organization. And I bought those cool, No. I got to do it because I don't know where any of my stuff is. I got to, but that's on my horizon.
Sweet.
Thanks,
You okay, Matt?
Well, the lights keep flashing on and off. I'm worried.
Oh, you'll be fine.
It's just your mom messing you over in the corner. She turned the light switch on and off.
It's like a little blip. Like they'll kind of flash.
Yeah.
For a second, it's doing it. Like I don't know. It's freaking me out.
Oh.
Tornadoes make me nervous. Tornadoes make me nervous.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
Sure.
How else are you going to get to Oz?
Yeah, man, you gotta get to Oz.
I want to stay at home. I don't want to travel. I hate
Get some
traveling.
nice shiny slippers, bro. It'll be fun.
It's a freaking miracle. I'm going to North Carolina in June because I hate traveling. But I like to stay at the house and chill, watch movies. Everybody, somebody was bragging in the chat on somebody's stream the other day, like, I got to see a private screening of this new movie, the Mission Impossible movie. I'm like, big whoop. I have a private screening every night. I privately screened Jaws 2 days ago.
Nice. All right. Yep. Tomorrow night, Joe and Tuck's Trailer Hour. We'll be discussing some movie-age. And then next Friday night, same time, 8:00. Friday night, live from YouTube.
Jeff, don't jump right out.
I won't
Stay for
spoil it.
backstage.
Yes, sir.
Backstage is where the party happens, people.
I got the keg ready.
Deals
We're ready to
are
party.
made.
Come on.
We got a keg on ice.
Deals
We're
are
ready to party.
made.
Yeah, we're going to party after this. So
It's where the
Rob bought the
craziness
vodka.
happens.
We're going to make some punch. It's going to be
Yeah,
fun.
purple sticky punch, baby.
Yeah, we don't.
I'll
drink.
I'll bring the
I'm just
the women, but they're homely.
That's okay. You remember there was an adult entertainment club called Deja Vu, and it used to be like we have hundreds of beautiful women and 3 ugly ones. That was the name of their sign.
Nice. That's great. Deja vu. All right, everybody in the chat. Steven Spock just showed up. How you doing? Be safe out there this weekend. I know there's some crap weather hitting everywhere, so be safe. Be aware of your surroundings. Be good to each other. Have a good one. And thanks, guys. And just a second. My computer is wonky. We will just end it there then. All right. Have a good one. Thank you.